Hey guys, it's Christy Michelle. I hope you're all good. On today's video, we're going to be reviewing Eternal Radiance on the Nintendo Switch. Now, before I start the review, I want to give a huge shout out to Visual Noveler for sending me this review code. And most important, I want to say thank you to Ircha Gaming for being so supportive always and helping me get the code. She was the one who helped me actually get the code through them. So thank you so much for always being so supportive of me, even though I just started my gaming channel. And also know that I'm forever grateful for everything you've done for me. If you guys don't know who Ircha Gaming is, I'm going to put her link down below so you can go check her channel. She's actually one of the best video game reviewer, at least for the type of video games that I enjoy. She does mostly Switch content here on YouTube, and I follow her for a couple years now, and I just love everything she puts out. So if you guys want to give her a shout out or a follow, like I said, I'll put the link down below so you can give her a follow and say thank you from my part. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's start the review. The story begins with a young squire named Celeste. Celeste wants to become an Ashen Knight, but in order to do that, she needs to go through a test to prove she's worthy of becoming one. I don't want to say much and spoil the story for you guys, but know that it's a simple, refreshing, and nicely done one. Eternal Radiance is the typical action JRPG, but with visual novels elements. It's almost like reading a book, but playing it at the same time. It has a lot of reading actually, not gonna lie. You start at the Ashen Knights Academy. Then you'll have to make your way to a town where you will meet NPCs and talk to them. Speaking of the town, this is where you'll find the majority of the side quests in the game. It is also where you'll buy items, equipments, and enchantments that will upgrade your gear and your weapons. The side quests in the game were simple and easy to complete. Anyways, besides the town, you'll make your way to different areas in the world map where the actual gameplay starts. You will explore the areas, collect treasures and items, and then engage in battle. Speaking of the battle system was a very simple and easy one that gets better as you unlock different abilities, making it easier for you to perform combos with your basic attacks and your abilities. The game was very challenging, that much I'll say. I played it in normal mode and I still died several times. It was not a walk in the park like I was expecting it to be. I know, it's very shameful, it's very embarrassing, but what can I say? I never claimed to be the best gamer out there. The enemies were fairly strong, but the casters or the range ones were a nightmare for me, literally. There's not a lot of enemies in the game, however, it's not a bad variety, and you'll get new enemies as you progress and you play other areas. Honestly, the Fire Tomato was my personal favorite. You will also recruit 2 characters throughout the story that will help you in battle. However, they are not playable characters, but you can change their equipment and they level up with you. Something that I wish was that the running was pressing a button. However, with that being said, even though running happens automatically after a few short seconds, it was so satisfying to run around like Naruto. Literally, I felt like I was Naruto running around throughout the whole game. The game does look and feel like a PC game at times, however, it was perfectly fine on my Nintendo Switch. I didn't have any performance issues, any lagness, any frame drops, or anything of the sort. I also do want to point out that the controllers were a little confusing at the beginning. Usually for the Switch games, the action button it's the A, but this time it was the B, almost like a PlayStation controller where it's the X instead of the circle. But it was nothing that I couldn't get used to after a few minutes of gameplay. Another thing that I almost forgot to point out is that the game did crash at the very end, literally right before the last boss fight in the game, but I was able to just load back my save file and nothing happened. I could just continue and finish the game. The only reason I'm not putting the footage of when it happened is because it was at the very end and I don't want to spoil anyone. The graphics were very charming, nothing too crazy or innovative, but not too bad for a Nintendo Switch game. And the 3 main characters look super cute and very nicely designed. So again, not the most groundbreaking graphics, but I was very pleased with the result. I also want to point out that the artwork for all the characters in the game were so beautiful. I don't know if they were digital or hand-drawn, but it was one of my favorite things about the whole entire game actually. Now let's talk about the pros and the cons of the game. Let's start with the pros. The music in the game was so amazing, especially the boss fight themes. Oh, so good. It's a very RPG music theme, but it is so beautifully done. Such good quality makes me want to have the physical copy just for the music that came with it. Now, another thing I liked about the game was the artwork. The artwork was so nicely done. I don't know if it was digitally made or if it was all drawn, but it was really beautiful, very anime style, very soothing. I really like the artwork. The design of the character, the colors that they used, it was very nicely done. Another good thing about it was that it was easy to understand. It was a simple, easy to understand game. I never felt lost or confused. And it's a game that you don't need to have a lot of experience in RPGs to be able to get into it and enjoy it. Lastly, and the most important thing about it was the price. The game is only $20 digital, which in my personal opinion, I think it's a very affordable price for what you're getting. Now let's talk about the cons. The game didn't feature any voice acting, but however, they are a smaller company, so I assume that was the reason that they didn't have voice acting. So it wasn't really a big deal to me, at least. Another thing that I didn't quite enjoy was the fact that the environments are very basic. They don't have a lot of thing going on. However, it does get better as you progress through the game, especially towards the end of the game. The environment starts to get a little bit more detailed. And honestly, I think those were the only things I didn't enjoy about it. Other than that, the game was a really good experience, and I had a lot of fun playing it. So now for the ratings. I'm gonna give Eternal Radiance a 7 out of 10. The game wasn't anything groundbreaking. However, I do believe it was a step on the right direction for the developers. They have a lot of potential and room to work with and improve. And I honestly can't look forward to see what other games they come out with, and if they ever make a part 2 of the game. Anyways, that is it for today. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you like the game, I hope you get it as well. Also, let me know in the comments down below what you enjoyed the most about the review and the game per se. Anyways, that is all for today. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you on my next video.